Hi guys, welcome to Divine Time with Nikki Taylor. I'm so excited to be here. I want to remind you guys that the way this works is I'll be offering one card oracle pull readings for you guys. And if you would like a fuller reading, a mini reading where I pull 3 to 4 cards for you, you're going to want to jump the list for that with a donation, which I'm very grateful for. And it just helps bolster my energy so that I can provide for you that much more in depth. But no matter what kind of reading you choose to do tonight, I'm really just thrilled to be here with you and to serve you in this way. So let's get started. Okay. I'm going to take a look at the list and see who's here. Okay, so I'm going to wait and give you guys some time to pop on and get the list started. While I'm waiting for that, though, I want to talk to you about a retrograde that we're in. So we're in Chiron retrograde right now. And so we hear a lot about Mercury retrograde and like what a shit show that is. I always do this when I curse. It makes me feel like I'm not cursing. But man, Chiron retrograde, guys, we're in it until mid-December. So this is a good time to find out where your Chiron is in your chart and to start healing yourself. And we're being given this really beautiful vessel to do that. So I want to urge you guys, get on a natal chart calculator, find out where your Chiron is, and start doing that work. It's a really powerful time, guys. Let's see. So we've got a couple people. So we've got Gigi and we've got Pretty Jones. Okay, so I'm going to start with Gigi. And so Gigi, I'm going to do an oracle pull for you. I'm going to pull from the butterfly deck. And I'm just going to intuitively choose decks for you guys. If you have a preference, throw it up in the comment. Also, I love feedback, you guys. I'm here to connect with you. So please let me know what resonates with you. If something doesn't resonate, that's okay, right? And sometimes it resonates later. That's usually how that works. But let me know. Give me some validation, yes and no's. And communicate with me because I want to get to know you guys. I want to connect with you. So Gigi, I'm pulling an oracle card for you. And with all my readings, but in particular with the one card pulls, I am going to task you guys or call you guys to really connect with your own intuition. So when you see the card and you hear the card, I want you to connect and tune into what resonates with you and know that it's valid. So Gigi, for you, your card is decisions. Okay. So I will say here and offer you from spirit that it's okay to change your mind, right? I'm going to give you that permission, although you certainly don't need it. It's okay to change your mind. And it's also, you'll stick with the right thing, like the right decision when it's right for you, right? So if you're feeling wishy-washy, that's for a reason. That's your gut instinct, okay? Okay, so I'm going to move on to Pretty Jones. And then I'm not taking questions for the one card oracle readings, but if you guys choose to jump the list with that donation and do a 3-card reading, then you may ask a question if you like, or you can just let me pull cards as a general read for you. Either way, you're going to get the information that your spirit and angel guides and celestial teams want you to have, okay? Okay, so Pretty Jones, you've got sobriety. And let me know you guys are here too. I like to know that I'm not reading into outer space, that you guys are actually here receiving your message. You're so welcome, Gigi. Gigi says, okay, thank you, with an exclamation point. So Pretty Jones, you've got sobriety. Okay, and so you're going to tune right into that, what that means. So here I will offer you that this is definitely, there's an aspect of this that applies to you, but there's a larger portion of sobriety and what this card entails that applies to your ancestral line, right? So you've got some addiction occurring in your family line. Remember that addiction expresses itself in a variety of ways. There's a spectrum, right? So we're not always talking about drugs and alcohol. It can be food, it can be screen time, it can be codependency, relationships, sexual encounters. I mean, there's just a wide range, but you do have a kind of an ancestral pattern of this. And so it's important for you to kind of tune into where you may be participating in this in order to not just do the healing for yourself, but you get to heal the generations before you, and more importantly, the generations to come, which is really powerful. Okay. And then so we've got, I think, is it Deb Hogan jumped the list? Yes, she did. Okay, Deb. So I'm going to shuffle up and do a 3-card for Deb, and then I will move back into Oracle readings. Gotcha. Just a Deb's Hogan says, just general when you get to mine, please. Okay. I love please and thank you. I love that. I love when you guys are like, please and thank you. It's so powerful. Such like simple vernacular has such powerful meaning, right? The power of words, the power of language. Ooh, these cards are shuffling. You guys hear that? Sounds like a like a zipper. Like these cards are shuffling clear. The energy's light, clear, like air energy. Okay, Deb, I've got your 3 tarot cards pulled. I'm going to shuffle up and pull an oracle card as well to kind of ground and help unpack the information being received. Okay, so for those of you who just may be tuning on or tuning in, I'm about to do a mini reading. So this is the donation-based reading. This is what you get when you jump the list. So pay attention so you guys understand what you guys have options for. So, gotcha. Okay. Pulled an extra card for you, honey. Okay, so Deb, I can see here that in your recent past, the energy that's closest to you, what you've most recently, no, sorry, Spirit, cut me off right there. It's not necessarily what you've most recently experienced, but it's what is the loudest, the biggest. It's the closest to you, right? This is the Page of Cups. Interesting. So this has to do with a daughter. So Deb, do you have a daughter, sweetheart? Because this is showing like you've got a daughter, and then do you have a daughter who's pregnant? Is your daughter pregnant? Or do you have a daughter-in-law who's pregnant? Or, I don't know. I want to wait for your feedback for a second, so I'm really tuned into this. It's really interesting. We've got some conflict surrounding this pregnancy. Oh, she passed. Oh, I'm so sorry, Deb. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I can't even imagine. I'm a mama, so I'm really sorry about that. That's interesting because we've got like this pregnancy in the future. You don't have a daughter-in-law, and so you have a daughter who passed. You have another daughter because it's like we've got this coming full circle, right? We've got the daughter in the past, which is the Page of Cups. Then we've got this conflict following that, right? Which clearly that's, conflict. Talk about conflict, losing your child. It was 30 years ago. She was a toddler. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, I have to tell you that in your near future, you've got this Empress card, and the cards mean many different things. I don't read the Empress card like it's not like a one-stop shop. It just means the same thing every time I pull it. For you, in this instance, under this energetic imprint, this Empress card is really showing me that this daughter's wanting to come back. Like this is a full circle thing. So I'm not sure how that's going to occur for you. It could happen in really roundabout ways, but pay attention. And I do believe that she'll come back as a female again. And I believe that she's ready and primed to come back. There's a little bit here though, it's almost like she wants to address Her energy isn't really childlike, which is interesting. She wants to address that finances. You need to be wise with your finances. Creating a balance with your finances. But also there's some kind of charity work or donations, some kind of generosity like that you're involved in. And it's almost like she's going to come back through that stream somehow. So I'm not sure if you're connected to some kind of organization, or you donate, or you do. Deb says she was never present as a toddler. Interesting. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, if she just wasn't coherent. But either way, her energy comes through now. And typically this is what I've experienced, is I don't communicate with children, and I'm not communicating with her right now. I don't know. It's like her energy's here, but it's not necessarily mediumship. It's hard to explain, but her energy is very elevated. It's wise. It's like her essence. It's like her timeless self, because she's not a child when she leaves. And she's, before she comes here, before she came to you, she wasn't a child either. She's got this timeless kind of identity and energy, and this timeless wisdom. And she's really coming through with that. I can feel that in her energetic imprint. But she's wanting to really come back into your family structure, but she wants to talk about you. It's like creating a balance. She wants to make sure that you're not overgiving or overextending yourself. Deb says never shows herself to medium as a toddler. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really know how all that works, but again, finances, and then whatever you're participating in when it comes to generosity, charity, right? Whomever you're providing for, like in your community or in some kind of micro community that you're involved with, or perhaps even another family structure. It's important to know that is like the gateway to her coming back somehow. So it's going to be a really roundabout way. It's not something that you're going to look back and go, oh my gosh. But I do think she's coming back as a female for sure for you. And I'm going to pull one more card on that really quick. Okay. And then the last thing that I just want to communicate for you, Deb says, okay, interesting. So the last thing that I want to communicate for you though, Deb, is that, and this is outside of your daughter now, that it's important for you to be mindful of any contracts that you're getting yourself into, any agreements, right? We do handshake agreements, verbal agreements, we sign our names on things. You want to be mindful of what you're agreeing to right now during this time, and not in a fear-based way. I don't think anybody's like out to get you or take advantage of you, but it's that you want to make sure that you're really having a say, and you're part of the process when it comes to what you agree to. You want to really be negotiating, not just agreeing to stuff or settling for things. That's really important. So I just want to offer that to you, and I hope that will help you navigate, because I think you've got some kind of idea that you're trying to implement. So I'm not sure if it's like starting a new business or upstarting something, right? Because it's like a light bulb went off. And you're going to need to make agreements based on that. And so you just want to make sure you're getting like the fair end of the deal as well, always, right? So that's really important. So I hope that resonates with you and gives you some clarity on that. And know that your daughter's energy is very present. Clearly you've sought mediumship for her before, so you're already aware of that. So, okay. So let's see. I think next, going down the list, I'm going to call for Natalie G. So Natalie, if you're here, let me know. I'm not going to wait very long for you guys. So if you're here, you want to pop on and give me an emoji or a yes and let me know. Deb Hogan says, thank you so much. You're so welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for coming, and thanks for getting what you need. It's valuable, right? It's valuable to take the offering that's being offered. Okay. So Natalie, I'm not hearing anything from you. Oh, there she is. Hi. So next unless I get a jump, is going to be Sierra. So I want Sierra L. So start thinking about that, Sierra. But right now I'm going to pull an oracle card for Natalie G. I'm just going to check and make sure I don't have any jumps. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to pull from the other oracle deck. I just got a signal on that, Natalie. So I'm pulling from Languages of Light for you. And then Sierra, you're going to be next. So go ahead and let me know that you're here and ready for your reading after Natalie. Okay. Oh, lovely. So Natalie, your oracle card is There Is Only Light, and it's encompassed by the number 30 over here. Now 30 is 3 because in numerology we break everything down to a single digit. So 3 plus 0 is 3. So you've got There Is Only Light under this number 3. Now 3 is the number of self-expression, right? It's the Trinity. It's the number of really bringing things full circle. And 3 wants to develop itself in order to have a better life experience, right? So 0 is like nothingness. It's like the primordial ooze. It's no beginning, no end. It's God source energy. 1 pops up out of 0 and goes, I'm alive. I want to initiate stuff, right? I want to get stuff going. 2 goes, now I want partnership. I want to see myself reflected through others. And then 3 comes along and goes, okay, so I've been born, I've initiated stuff, I've seen myself through partnership, experienced myself through partnership. Now I want to self-develop. Now I want to experience self-expression, okay? So know that your self-development and your expression is only light, right? There's no shame in how you choose to express yourself or how you choose to develop yourself, the things you want to experience in order to have more whole life experience. There's no shame in your game, baby doll. So, go after it, broaden your horizons for sure. Okay, so Sierra, I haven't heard anything from you. Throw something up for me and let me know you're here, Sierra, and I'll pull an oracle card for you. If not, I'm going to move on to Valerie Cox. There you are, Sierra. Thank you for the heart emoji. I love emojis. It's instant serotonin. And then Natalie says, it makes so much sense. Awesome. I'm glad that resonated for you, and I hope it serves you well as you move forward. You're welcome. Okay, so Sierra L. Oh, lovely. Okay, I'm pulling a butterfly card too, Sierra, because I want to honor what's trying to come through for you. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so Sierra, your oracle card is Divine Feminine. Okay, and it's encompassed by this number 31 over here. And 30, sorry, it's so hard to see where stuff is. Now remember 31 is 4 because 3 plus 1 is 4. So we're talking about you really tapping into your divine feminine energy and what that means. What does femininity really mean? I'm talking outside of gender roles, right? I'm not talking about what color you wear, what you choose, how you choose to look or anything like that. I'm talking about the essence of feminine energy, because masculine and feminine are energies, right? And they're really not encompassed under some of the gender roles like pink and blue and things like that. But when you strip them down to their essence, what do they mean, right? So I can tell you that feminine energy is the receiving energy. It's represented by an upside down triangle. There's no top to my triangle because I only have 2 hands. And that's because it really represents the womb space, right? It's receiving, it's a vessel to take in. Whereas masculine energy is represented by a right side up triangle because it's phallic, it's putting out, it's initiating, okay? And together, when you've got out and in, it creates a whole loop, a whole energy circuit. So on your end, as the divine feminine, it's about receiving and knowing that you have really powerful intuition, really powerful gut instincts because you are a receiver. That's the energy purpose that you have here. Now that number 4 being as a companion to this divine feminine, 4 is the number of the material world, right? It's the number of our physical existence. You cannot be in a room without 4 walls, right? You can't exist on the earth without 4 seasons, 4 directions, the 4 elements. So when you pair these together, sweetheart, what it's saying is it's important for you to bring your feminine energy and your divine feminine, your divine receiving ability into the material world. So when you're in nature, what are you receiving? When you're at a party with friends, what are you receiving? When you collaborate with your home, you paint a wall, or how are you receiving? It's important for you to tune into this in all aspects of your life, because the universe is really giving you a lot of information, but you're not always present enough to pick it up. You're not picking up what the universe is putting down because you're often distracted. So I'd like to see you recalibrate your attention span and your ability to really focus on the here and now, because the universe is trying to really love bomb you with a lot of information and profound like epiphanies and awakenings in all situations, when you're at work, when you're at home. So be mindful of that and start writing down what you're receiving. Okay, so next I've got another jump. And so I'm going to pull for her. And this is... okay, so this is Natalie Greer. So Natalie, did I just read for you? Okay, so you just did an oracle card, but it looks like you just jumped to do a mini reading, which is lovely. Perfect. And Sierra L says, thank you so much, Nikki. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for coming tonight. I appreciate you. Okay, Natalie, my love. Let me know you're here. There you are. So Natalie says, yes, it was so accurate that I would love a reading. Oh, lovely. Lovely. I love that. Ooh, you hear those cars are like butter. General. I know general sounds so boring, like general reading, but really it's saying that you're just open to really receiving what spirit has to offer, which is always what I'm going to give to you. I'm always going to give you what I get, whether it's in line with your question or not, because sometimes spirit has a different idea. But yeah, thank you for being open. Questions are great too, though. Okay, Natalie. Okay, so Natalie, you're single, honey? If you're not single now, you were single recently, so you'd be in a newer relationship, but you've got this single energy coming through, which is significant. Natalie says, yes, I am. Okay. Yeah, so you've got a betrayal here coming through, but things are looking up in the near future. Let me pull your oracle card so we can unpack this a little bit better. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we've got like double cards on being single. So this time of being single and unattached is actually a significant, prominent, profound, and sacred part. I want to do this due diligence, sacred part of your spiritual growth. Like, this is your time to shine. This is your time to focus on career, big time. Focusing on career is like the thing right now, my love. It's really just important for you to be really diligent about not allowing people into your inner realm that do not serve you, allowing things into your inner realm that do not serve you, being really diligent about protecting your space. Natalie says, yes, I am working on myself. Lovely. Now, let me let you know, like when you say working on yourself, you're not broken, right? We're not all broken beings that just need to work on ourselves. It's really about remembering, because what happens is we come in perfect, right? We come from God source energy. We come in whole and shiny and bright, and we get dimmed down along the way. Does that light go away? Nope, it can't. It's impossible. It's divinely appointed. It's not going anywhere. And yet our glow can get so low that it's almost not there. But it's not about, we use the word healing or working on ourselves, and yet it's not that we're fixing something that's broken. It's not that we're trying to access some goodness outside of ourselves. It's that we're just removing all the dust and barriers and interferences so our light can really illuminate and shine out as brightly as it did when we came in, and as it will after we leave. With your being single right now, though, I can see that you have a betrayal in your past. So I'm not sure if this was cheating or there's some dishonesty going on. I think you're involved with someone who definitely has Scorpio in their chart. There's a lot of jealousy. I think it's interesting because there was like an inaccessibility on his end, or inaccessibility, like he wasn't. Natalie says, yes, I did. Inaccessibility, like he wasn't as emotionally accessible as you needed. And then he was also very jealous, right? There was some like low level insecurity for him. And so very secretive. As you move forward into the near future, though, you've got this beautiful major arcana card, which is the World. And so this really is like a congratulatory card. So it's a preemptive congratulations. It's like, imagine your ancestors, your celestial team, your spirit angel guides, all lined up, getting ready to just do this like high five, right, in a row to you. And it's like they're ready and waiting to rejoice in your victory, because they see how diligently you've been working. And consistency is the key word here for you. You're consistent. Natalie says, correct, totally spot on. But consistency is probably the biggest tool that you have in your toolbox. And not everybody has that. And it's not a bad thing. Some people aren't meant to be consistent. Some people, energy works differently. They're meant to work in spurts. Not you, baby. You get in it and you do it. You do it every day. You've definitely have Capricorn in your chart. And so know that the universe is kind of looking, waiting to rejoice with you, and that you're just on the right path. Like, I love this reading. Thank you for coming tonight, because I value all readings, but it is nice and refreshing to get this kind of information that's like, hey, you're doing everything right. So I love it. Okay, let's see who is next. So I'm going down the list for oracle readings. Okay, and so we've got Gigi, Pretty Jones, Natalie, Sierra. So we've got Valerie Cox. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. I'm going to pull from the butterfly deck for you. And then Natalie says, do you see a relationship anytime soon? Yes. I think that you have really brought to completion this season, this cycle of your life. Now, does it mean that all your self-work is done or all the dust is off? No. But does it mean that you can't take a break from that and then fall into some satisfaction and some joy and some pleasure? Absolutely. So I think a relationship definitely is coming your way soon. And I think you're going to be more prepared than ever to navigate that. I think you're going to be able to put the same like work ethic into it as you do when it comes to building career, and how seriously you take that. Natalie says, thank you so much. You're so good. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. I just want you to remember to have a lot of joy and have fun, right? Because you're a hard worker. Like, you are a worker bee, baby. And so that's great. That's going to serve you in this relationship, because your partner is going to feel really provided for. And like, when you say you're going to do something, you do it, which is that is valuable. But I want you to remember to allow yourself to be provided for and have fun. It's okay to like be spontaneous too. Okay, Valerie Cox, there you are. And so I'm pulling an oracle card for you. Okay, so Valerie Cox, you have forgiveness as your oracle card. There's not a lot for me to illuminate on that because you already know. You guys already know everything that I tell you, right? These aren't surprises. You guys are so powerful, right? It's not like I'm the psychic and you guys have none of this, right? We all come from the same, we're all made of the same stuff. We're all connected. You guys already know. I'm helping you remember. I'm rarely giving you guys new information. So Valerie, when you see that card and you hear me say forgiveness, you already know what that means, sweetheart. I will just give you for frame of reference so that, you know, forgiveness is a reorganization of space, right? When you forgive, you release, and it frees up space for more light, more joy, more peace, more abundance, more of all the good stuff you want to enter. Okay, because when there is a lack of forgiveness, it's a space holder. And I want you to know, and I'm not here to bullshit anyone. I believe this in a profound way, is that anything can be healed and anything can be forgiven. And I do mean anything. So I'll offer that to you. Okay, so let's see who is next. So I think Jen Singleton is next because Deb Hogan jumped, and I'm looking at the list. So we've got Jen Singleton. Let me know if you're here. If not, then I think it's Hannah Thomas. You're welcome, Valerie. And then Natalie says, will do, thank you. Will do as in will bring joy to the relationship, and more importantly, will let yourself be provided for as well. Lovely, sweetheart. Invite me to the wedding now. Okay. Okay, guys, raise your hand. Let me know who's next here. I'm thinking it's Jen Singleton. I'm not sure if you got distracted or, and then I think Hannah Thomas, and then we've got Mahi Vea after that. So one of those three, let me know you're here and I'll pull oracle card for you. There's Hannah Thomas. Okay. All right, Hannah, sweetheart. You've got relationship dynamics. Okay, so it's important for you to explore the dynamics of your relationships. This isn't just romantic. This is all interpersonal relationships. So if you're closing yourself off to people or you're feeling self-conscious, shy, I think you're an introvert by nature. That doesn't mean that you're not social, but what it means is that, you know, you've got a piggy bank, and an extrovert, when they go out, it adds to their piggy bank and they come home with more money than when they left. Your piggy bank, you come home with less money than when you left, right? It pulls from you, have to go recharge. And so I think that you tend to have a lot of like hindsight embarrassment, right? So you have a conversation and then you're like, oh my God, right? In the moment, it's fine. But then you go home and you rethink everything you said and you're like, oh my God, why did I say that? Why did I do that? And so you're really just kind of like beating yourself up a little bit. And so we need to not do that because you're wonderful and people really feel your light and your joy, and nobody's ever thinking about you what you think about yourself. You're really your own worst critic, my love. So I want you to explore about what your interactions are like with people and why, where that comes from. Hannah says, yes, for sure. As you explore that, you can release some of those so you can have deeper connections with people, because now, even though you're an introvert, it doesn't mean that you don't value connection. It doesn't mean you want to go like just be in a room alone, right? You You want to connect with people, but you want to do it. You want to have really quality and intermediate connection because you do need time to recharge. And that quality connection is going to come from you not beating yourself up after your interactions. Okay, so we got to work on some of that stuff, honey. Okay, who is next? We've got Mahivea or Shiva Raha. So let me know if you guys are here. Hannah Thomas says, I've been pushing people away lately. Yes, you have. And that's not because of them, though. It's because of your own internal criticism, my love. And you don't need that. The world is tough enough. The last bully you need is yourself. Don't bully yourself, right? You're perfect. And I can feel your energetic imprint, and you're such a sweet, bright spirit. I want to be your friend. Like other people want to be your friend. So, okay, Mahiveha, I'm not seeing anything. Shiva or Shivi. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, you spell it phonetically for me, okay? Because I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. It's sacred. So Mahivea, if I don't hear anything from you, I'm moving to Hannah says, thank you so much. You're welcome, my love. Shivi Raha. And then after that, we've got Hope Wells. So that's 3 names. So okay, Sarah Saira. I like that way of spelling Sarah. Sarah Singh. Okay, Sean Zam. I used to have a friend named Sean in high school, and we used to call him Sean Ronatron. Pretty cool, right? Sounds like a robot. And then after that, we've got Beth. Hope Wells. There you are, sweetheart. Ooh, and unicorn emojis. I like it. Okay. Hope Wells. I'm going to pull from the language of light for you. Okay, so Natalie G says, Nikki, do you do private readings? I do. And so you're just going to want to go on the website on My Psychic Connection, and you can do a private reading. So with that, it's like, a certain amount a minute. But if you want to do like a more in-depth reading, you're going to want to do the flat rate, which, oh my gosh, I think, is it 25 for 15 minutes? I think that's what it is, 25 for 15 minutes. And so when you do that, what it's going to do is when you call, it's going to let me know I've got 15 minutes. So I can, I'm not all rushed. I'm not just pulling cards frantically trying to get you quick information. If you want to settle in and do a little private reading, or you can do longer than that even, right? You could do a 30-minute reading and do 15 back to back. And so that's a consideration if you want to have like that private, real reading experience like I do in my own private practice. Or you can just do the minute to minute. And it's a little more broken up, which is okay. I'll get you what you need. We'll always do the best to get you what you need. So yes, come on the site. And I'm not always on there, you guys. If I leave it on, what happens is I get calls in the middle of the night randomly or really early in the morning. And I'm like, what? And so the best way is always to get on my call queue, because I check that all the time. And if I have someone in my call queue, I will make time. I will call you back as soon as possible. I'll call you back that day if I see it. And I do check that every day. I go in and I look at my call queue. So always add yourself to that. And then Natalie says, okay, we'll try to find that. I think that Margarita or Ryan could probably send you that information. It's just My Psychic Connection, which is the site you're on now. Okay, but I'm pulling for Hope. Sorry, sweetheart. Thank you for being patient. And Natalie, thank you for asking so other people can know too. Okay. Okay, so Hope, honey, you have insight. Ooh. Look how powerful that is. Look at that light body. I mean, that is what we are. That is what you are, Hope. Now, you'll notice at the bottom of the screen, Hope throws up, oh my gosh, a poodle, a crystal ball, a diamond, and a unicorn, a girl after my own heart. Okay, so Hope, you see that this is encompassed by the number 13, which is again 4. Now, you may have heard me earlier talk about how 4 is the number of the material world. 4, 4 walls in a room, four seasons, 4 elements, 4 directions. 4, because it's the number of the material world, guess what? It's also the number of our physical body, right? And so when we're looking at insight, guess what? You receive psychic information through your body. So when you've got a spirit nearby or your celestial guides or something's off, your tummy gets upset, right? And this is good or bad. Or you goosebumps, chills. You may be around someone who's experiencing some kind of illness, and so all of a sudden you get an ache or a pain, right? So you're receiving so much psychic information through your physical body. So you really want to pay attention to your senses, taste, touch, hearing, smell. It's really important for you to pay attention because your senses are and all psychics, right? We're hearing, we're seeing, but some of us are seeing outside of our physical body where we're seeing in our mind's eye. Hope says, yes, agreed. Lovely. So then that's just validation. Like I said, you guys already know this stuff, right? But it is valuable to come and get validation, to come get clarification, even if deep down inside you already know this, because my goal is to not get you to externalize your power to me, get dependent on me. It's to be your guide so that you can remember your own power. So I love that for you. Okay, so next is going to be Beth Young, I believe. Beth, are you here? Whoever is here, say hi. Let me know you're here and ready for your oracle reading. I think it's Beth and KT next. Oh, okay, there's Shivi. Again, honey, let me know if I say your name wrong. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Hopewell says, I get numbers before things happen. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you get angel numbers. And you know what that means? It means you're paying attention. Okay, because everybody gets numbers. Not everybody sees them. Shivi, did I miss my turn? No, you're here. You're here. I got you. Okay, guys, we got about 15 minutes left. So if you're watching and you're thinking, I want to do a mini reading, you're going to want to go and do the donation now so you can have access to that, okay? Or if you're watching and you want an oracle reading, get on the list, guys. It's the domino effect of healing, right? Like, let's get as many people taken care of as we can and just spread that out into the world. Okay, Shivi. Wow, that's really powerful. Okay, so you've got the Vesica Pisces, and this is the number 26, which is 8. And so this is about you really connecting to your timeless, eternal energy, right? The number 8 is the same written symbol as infinity, because what it really represents is the eternal circulation of energy, which is the law of energy and scientific principle. It is knowing that everything you put out comes back to you, and everything that comes to you, you put back out. Things are greatly recycled. And yet we have the ability to influence things before they're recycled, to transmute them before they're put back out or before they come back to us. It's important for you to really come to the remembering, because it's not a new principle for you. You already know this. It's important for you to remember that you are powerful enough and that you do have a say and a sense of, like, we can say control over how energy is reflected back to you. You're not a victim. Things are not just mindlessly happening to you. The universe is not unkind, not cruel. And you are collaborating with your experience. You are co-creating your life and the universe that you live in. And so you need to know that so that you can do it consciously. Okay. You're not a passive observer. Okay. And then, so we've got Beth Young or KT. And so let me know if you guys are here. There's Beth Young. Oh my gosh. Purple hearts, blue hearts, green hearts, and yellow hearts. I love it, baby doll. Okay. Still got about 15 minutes now. I'm pretty sure this is public. This is a public post. So if you're watching too, or you got a reading and you were like, wow, that really gave me what I needed. You feel really soothed and satisfied with that. Share this, tag a friend, say, hey guys, I just got a reading. She's on for another 15 minutes. Like, come. That's how we pass the healing forward. Okay, Beth. Now I feel like I've said this a few times tonight, and it's such powerful permission that you don't need. And yet it's so nice to hear, Beth. You've got your oracle card is changing your mind. It's okay to change your mind. Okay. I'll give you a silly example. It sounds silly, but sometimes the smallest things are really powerful. I went on a hike the other day. And it was a hike where there was just constant little trails that went off. I was constantly being given the opportunity to change paths. Which way do I want to go? Left or right? Right? Much like life. And there was a point where I went left and I didn't really want to. Like I wanted to go right, but for some reason I felt like I had to go left. So I did. And I started walking down the trail and I didn't like it. It was different. It was narrower. But I had this old program, this old story that was like, well, I already chose this path, so I'm on it now, right? And I'll change paths when I come to another crossing. And you know what I did is I stopped and I said, no, I don't like it. I don't want to go this way. I'm going to turn around and go the way I want to go. And that's exactly what I did. And it's so simple and it felt so powerful. It felt like, yeah, there you are, Nicole. There you are. So we get to choose, right? It doesn't matter how far you are down the road, on the path. You can turn around and go the way that you want to go. Sometimes we don't know that it's not the way we want to go until we get on that path. We can't see and experience it clearly. We don't start tuning into what is abrasive to us until we're kind of well down the path. So it's okay to change your mind. Okay, so next is KT. I haven't heard from you though, so I'm thinking it's going to be Melissa Hill. But KT, if you're here, oh, there you are. There you are with some darling emojis, lots of hearts. Okay, next is going to be Melissa Hill. So Melissa, don't go away. Be ready to let me know you're here after I'm done reading for KT. Okay, remember, if you guys are just tuning on, there are multiple options. There's a 1-card oracle pull. That's the free option. It's wonderful. But then there is also, if you donate and jump the list, there's going to be a 3 to 4 card reading. So it's just more in depth. So if you're just tuning on, I want you to know what the options are. Right now, I'm doing a 1-card oracle pull for KT. I've had some really beautiful mini donation-based readings tonight as well. Oh, lovely. Okay, so KT, you've got your oracle card is expansion. It's got number 44 at the bottom. It's got the sacred Merkaba, which is the sacred geometry for the vehicle of transformation in the back. The number 44, 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8 is that number of infinity. It's our endless, timeless life force energy, right? Encompassed under expansion, your your timeless being, your eternal self is getting ready to butterfly, right? And so that definitely is going to come with some abrasiveness and hardship. When a butterfly's in the cocoon, that's uncomfortable. I'm assuming it's like dry in there. It's freaking tight in that cocoon, right? Also, it's scientific fact that a butterfly, if someone breaks the cocoon for it, when it comes out and emerges as a butterfly, it won't be able to fly because its wings will be too weak. The way that the butterfly, as it evolves from a caterpillar into a butterfly, has the strength to fly when it emerges is from the effort that it has to put forth in breaking its own cocoon open. So I want you to remember that, okay? So whatever you're experiencing right now that's difficult and interference, baby, it's making your wings strong, okay? All right, we've got Melissa Hill. I need to hear something from you if you want me to read for you, sweetheart. After that, we've got Apexa and Kaylee Torres. So let me know you guys are here. Okay, KT says, thank you. You're awesome. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. Let me tell you this too, Kaylee Torres says, I'm here. KT, I want you to remember that when you're a butterfly, you don't do caterpillar shit anymore, right? So remember that. Okay, Kaylee Torres is next. Let me pull an oracle card for you. Your card just came flying right out. You've got to be kidding me. Now, my ego mind, right? My self-doubting mind wants to doubt this card and go, no, I just read this for someone. It can't be it. But my wise mind, right? My mind that has seen serendipity and over again and has really experienced the magic in the universe knows that it doesn't matter if I read this card 3 times in a row. This is your card. And so, Kaylee Torres, your card is changing your mind. And this flew out of the deck as I just shuffled it. And so this has come up multiple times tonight when I was on the show with Journey Ryan. This actual card didn't come up, but the topic came up, just given to me by spirit. And I was telling people it's okay to change your mind. And so that's a topic tonight, right? We're all interconnected. And so often what we're experiencing, part of the hardship in it is that we think we're experiencing it alone, right? Like we're being like personally punished by the universe, where in reality, there's a million other people experiencing something very similar. You're not alone. And so I'm not going to make a short story long. I'll just say it's okay to change your mind. Okay, guys. So I've got Apexa. I think Apexa's next. Who's next? Who's next? Just comment. Let me know. Ooh, it got silent all of a sudden. Let's see. Jen. So Jen is next. Jen Singleton. Jenny Singleton. Kaylee Torres says, thank you so much. You're welcome, honey. Thank you for coming. So Jen Singleton, if you're here, let me know, sweetheart. We've got about 6 minutes left. And that's plenty of time to get a few more messages out, guys. So don't be shy. Get on the list, jump the list. Let's get you what you need. Jen Singleton, where you at, girlfriend? Okay, anybody else who's still watching who you think you missed your turn? If you're watching, throw a comment up. Let me know you're here. Don't be shy. You don't have to wait for us to call you out. When I'm waiting and somebody's not responding, it's okay to say, hey, I'm here still. So let me know. Hi, Simon. My cat Simon just joined us, so you guys will get the luxury of his energy being added. Cats are the original sound healers. Sound is part of sacred geometry, as is shape and numerology. Sound is a powerful part of sacred geometry. It's so healing because it's based on frequency, and our bodies naturally respond to frequency. The earth has a frequency, right? And cats are kind of the original sound healers. Well, besides nature, right? Waterfalls are very healing, the sound and the ions that they release. And there's other nature sounds that are so healing, but cats, their purring is just really valuable healing. So I have 3 cats. They're definitely a part of my healing regime, is definitely to have cats. I've always had cats since I was a little girl. Simon's an Aries. He is not shy. All right, guys, I think that might be it for the night, and that's okay. I like to let it happen organically, and so I don't think we need to push it. We've got a few minutes left, but it seems like you guys have gotten what you needed, and all those who were meant to come and needed to partake in messages, that you guys came and got what you needed. So whether Hannah Thomas says, this is my new favorite thing to watch. I just love this. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I value you. I value every person, because I heal as you guys heal, 100%. And what do the cool kids say? No cap. Yeah, but to all of you who came and honored me by letting me serve you in this way, I'm very grateful, whether it was a free reading or a paid reading. I'm equally as grateful to you. And I'm proud of you for coming and taking what you need, because that's hard to do sometimes. Even when something's offered on a silver platter, we have so many narratives and old stories that tell us, I don't deserve that, and you do deserve it. And so it's really an act of bravery to take something when it's being offered. So I thank you for that, and I hope you guys have a really beautiful night, and I will see you next Tuesday. All right. Bye, guys. Now, what's this